Hi everyone, it's Agnieszka from 5 Minute Language. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So today's video is all about improving your listening skills in a foreign language. Whether you're learning English or another language, there's lots you can do to improve your listening. And that's actually an area that most language learners struggle with the most. Understanding native speakers, understanding fast speech. It's tricky and you can definitely get better at it with some techniques. So let's get started. So the first one is the most obvious one. Watch a lot of things with subtitles in that language on so that you can see exactly what is being said. When you're listening to something and you have no idea what they're going to say, then it's really difficult to identify those words. But when you put the subtitles on in the language that you're listening to, not your own language, then at least you will have those words written down, so you will be able to kind of anticipate what you're about to hear, and that really helps. It's possible to do that in Netflix. I'm sure it's possible to do that in most YouTube videos. So find out how to do it and try it and let me know how you get on. The next thing that will help you improve your listening skills is really focusing on what happens between words. So often when we practice listening, we learn how individual words are pronounced, but actually there's a lot that happens between words. So for example, in English, you say a cup of tea, and some people might actually not pronounce the F. They might say a cup of tea. And if you hear a cup of tea, you might not actually know what that is when you're not an advanced English learner, because you've never heard that before and you're looking for that, you're waiting for that F, a cup of tea, but it's not there. So it makes you confused, and it makes you kind of more confused about the whole thing that you're listening to. So if you focus on the things that happen between words, especially if you've got the written text in front of you and you can follow it, or subtitles if you're watching a video, then that will help you focus your attention correctly. So next time you're practicing listening, just pause the recording, repeat, and see whether there's anything missing, whether a sound has disappeared or whether a sound has been added, because that's sometimes what happens. And get familiar with that kind of flow that happens between words. The next one is learning idioms. You need to know idiomatic expressions in order to be a good listener in a foreign language, because idioms are something that can really confuse us when we're listening to something. Imagine you're listening to somebody explaining how to do something and then they use an idiom. That can completely confuse you, and then you will stop listening to what they're saying next, because you will be wondering, what did that mean? What did that phrase actually mean that they've just said? And then you lose the context and you lose everything else. Idioms can really be an obstacle, but when you master them, as you master more of them, you become a better listener, and it's much easier for you to understand what people are saying. The next one is learning about intonation. So it's a little bit similar to what I said before about what happens between sounds. Intonation is a bit like that too. If you don't understand the different intonation patterns, you might struggle to understand what people are saying. So next time you're doing a listening activity, make sure you practice intonation. You listen to which word is stressed and which word isn't stressed, and how the intonation goes up and down. And then you can practice that yourself. You can repeat after the recording to practice speaking at the same time. Okay, and the next one, the final one, is quite a controversial one. Some people don't recommend it, but I will recommend it to you today. It is listening to slow audio. So some language teachers say that you shouldn't listen to slow audio, because this is not really how people speak. Real people speak fast, and if you want to become good at listening and understanding native speakers, you need to be able to understand fast speech. But actually, if you don't like the challenge of listening to real speech straight away, that's absolutely fine. And if you prefer to listen to slow audio so that you can understand the words word by word, then that's also absolutely fine. And that can be something that you use as a kind of stepping stone. And when you're ready to listen to normal speech and to watch videos and listen to podcasts or have conversations with native speakers, Just do that whenever you're ready. Okay, so that's it. I hope this video will help you with your listening practice and listening comprehension, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment to let me know what you thought of the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.